Hi, I'm Tom with the Disney Dish, and today we are making sweet cream cheese pretzels inspired by those that can be found at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Hi, I'm Donna. If you haven't been to our channel before, we're a family of Disney foodies and we love to make Disney recipes at home. If you're a Disney foodie too, subscribe to our channel for more recipes. Leave us a comment. We'd love to know what recipes you'd like to see, if you tried this recipe, and how it turned out for you. And be sure to stay to the end of the video for some extra tips from Tommy on ways you can change up this pretzel recipe. You can find a pretzel in just about any theme park there is, but in Disney, you could find lots of different kinds. There are traditional pretzels and sweet pretzels, and one of my favorites, the Boardwalk Bakery chocolate pretzels, which unfortunately are not on the menu any longer. But there's one pretzel that I have not had and I've heard a lot about. It's the sweet cream cheese stuffed pretzel that they used to sell at the lunching pad over in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom. But I hear it's moved over to Hollywood Studios and can be found outside Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at one of the snack carts. So today, when I got my new cookbook, the unofficial Disney Parks cookbook, I was excited to see that it had the recipe for the cream cheese stuffed pretzels, so we're going to make that today. My son Tommy is here today, so he's going to join us in making these pretzels. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to get more Disney recipes. So let's get started. To start this recipe, you'll need 2 cups of warm water. The recipe says to heat to 110 degrees, but we have a lot of success heating to about 126, so we're going to do that. Proper water temperature is important. If it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast, but if it's too cold, it won't rise either.
In the bowl of your stand mixer, pour 2 cups of warm water and sprinkle the yeast on top. Let that sit for about 10 minutes. Next, add the 5 cups of flour and the 1 tablespoon of salt to the yeast mixture. Using the dough hook attachment, knead with your stand mixer for 5 minutes.
If you don't have a stand mixer, you could certainly do this by hand, plus you'll be getting a great workout.
You want the dough to be smooth and elastic. Once done, remove the dough and spray the bowl with non-stick cooking spray. Return the dough to the bowl and cover with plastic wrap, letting it rise in a warm place for about 45 minutes.
While the dough is rising, it's a great time to prep your cream cheese filling and the graham cracker crumb topping.
To make the cream cheese filling, in your stand mixer, add the 8 ounces of cream cheese and 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. Mix the cream cheese and powdered sugar until well combined.
Put the cream cheese filling into a piping bag. The easiest way to do this is to stand it into a tall glass and fold the top over. Then it's easy to fill. If you don't have a piping bag, you could simply use a Ziploc bag and snip off the corner. When it's full, just take it out of the glass, roll the top tight, and squeeze out the air bubbles. We used a piping tip about the size of a pencil per the directions from the cookbook. To crush the graham cracker, place it in a small zip-top bag. Use your rolling pin to crush it into fine crumbs. You'll also need to beat 1 egg. Set those both aside and preheat your oven to 450 degrees.
Take the dough out of the bowl and put it on a clean work surface. Cut the dough into 4 pieces. With 1 piece at a time, roll the dough into a rope about 25 inches long. Next, you want to use a rolling pin to flatten the dough into about a 2-inch width. With your piping bag, pipe 1 strand of cream cheese down the center of the dough. It should be about the thickness of a pencil. To close the pretzels, you want to fold 1 end of the dough over the cream cheese and pinch it down. Then fold the opposite end over the dough again and pinch it to close. Make sure this is sealed to avoid the cream cheese seeping out. To form the shape of the pretzel, hold the dough in a U shape. Cross the top pieces over one another and twist. Fold over to form the pretzel shape. Press the ends down to stick them to the rest of the dough.
In case you missed that, we're going to show you again how to make a pretzel. Start with a U and cross the tops. Looks a lot like an upside down support ribbon. Then crisscross the top ends again. Next, grab the ends and bring them down towards the middle to the bottom of the U. You may need to make a slight adjustment to the shape of your pretzel, but that's all there is to it. Place your pretzel onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and finish shaping the rest.
Next, boil a large pot of water. Add your baking soda to the boiling water. Be careful because this might bubble over. Working with one pretzel at a time, use a slotted spoon or a spatula to slowly drop the pretzel into the water. Boil the pretzel for 30 seconds and remove to the baking sheet. Repeat this with the remaining pretzels. Brush each pretzel with the beaten egg and sprinkle on the crushed graham cracker crumbs. Bake the pretzels until they're golden brown for about 12 minutes.
You'll want to eat them when they're still warm, but let them cool a bit because the inside cream cheese is still going to be very hot. You can also always reheat them in the oven for just a few minutes at 350. Since we hadn't had these before, we can't say for sure how close they taste to the original, but they were good. The dough had a salty flavor like a traditional pretzel, but we loved the cream cheese filling. Our pretzels did not have a lot of filling, but in fairness, our dough rose a lot. In the future, when I make these next time, I would definitely double up on the filling. We actually had half a bag of cream cheese filling left, so we wouldn't even have to double the recipe. We would have enough to just double the cream cheese filling inside. These were really large pretzels, a lot like Disney size. I think that we could make at least maybe 6 pretzels instead of just 4, and they'd still be a really good size. If you give this recipe a try, we'd love to hear what you think. Tommy's the one in the family with the least amount of a sweet tooth. Here's some tips he had for what he might do different with these pretzels.
Something else I would try would to use a savory filling instead of the sweet cream cheese, such as chive cream cheese or another cream cheese variety, and I would also sprinkle them with everything seasoning instead of graham crackers for a nice savory treat.
I think that's a great suggestion and a fun way to mix this up. If you try this recipe, be sure to leave us a comment and let us know how it turned out for you. If this cream cheese stuffed pretzel is one of your favorite Disney snacks, let us know. We're definitely going to make sure that we try it on our next trip. You'll find this recipe and more at our website, thedisneydish.com. See you real soon.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more recipes and videos.